Let's talk about the chains you wear. You don't see them, do you? You don't feel their weight because you were born with them on, and the world has taught you to call them freedom. You think you are free. In fact, you worship a god called freedom. A cheap plastic god sold in the marketplace of mediocrity. The freedom to do what you want, when you want. The freedom to follow your heart, to listen to your feelings, to live in the moment, to chase every fleeting desire. This is the greatest lie you have ever been told. It is the anesthetic that keeps you numb while your life is amputated, moment by moment. That thing you call freedom isn't freedom. It's the most sophisticated form of slavery ever conceived. It's a gilded cage where the bars are made of your own impulses, polished to a shine so you admire them instead of trying to break them. You are a slave, a willing, enthusiastic slave to the next dopamine hit from your phone, an electronic leash that has you trained better than any dog. You are a slave to the warm, seductive whisper of the snooze button, which promises a few more moments of worthless comfort in exchange for the currency of your morning. You are a slave to the craving for cheap food that poisons your body, for easy entertainment that dulls your mind, for the gravitational pull of the path of least resistance. You are a slave to your own weakness, and the most tragic part is, you have been convinced that your chains are ornaments. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you are not making a plan. You are kneeling to your master. Every time you choose what is easy over what is necessary, you are not being kind to yourself. You are kissing the feet of your own internal tyrant. Every time you let your fleeting mood dictate your significant actions, you are rattling your own chains and calling it the music of spontaneity. The entity you are a slave to is not outside of you. That would be too simple. The bars are not on a cell door. They are wired into your brain. The slave master is inside. It is the beast, the ancient reptilian part of your mind that has only 3 commands in its primordial code: seek pleasure, avoid pain, and conserve energy at all costs. That's it. That is the entirety of its ambition. Its kingdom is the warm, dark, stagnant swamp of mediocrity. And right now, that beast is on the throne of your life. It is the king, and you, the part of you that hears these words and feels a flicker of recognition, the part that dreams of more, the part that desires strength and honor and the creation of a legacy. That part of you is the slave in the dungeon. The beast tells you it is tired, and you obey. The beast tells you it is bored, and you scramble to entertain it. The beast tells you the work is too hard, that the path is too steep, and you fall to your knees and obey without question. It has convinced you that its voice is your voice, its desires are your desires, its limits are your limits. You live in a state of constant, quiet self-betrayal, a civil war inside your own skin, where you always side with the enemy. Every promise you make to yourself, to wake up earlier, to work harder, to eat better, to be better, is a promise that the beast allows you to make. It smiles at your little fits of intention, like a king watching a court jester, knowing full well it will force you to break that promise within hours. It lets you have the brief, warm feeling of resolve, only to feed on the cold, bitter taste of your failure later. Your life, right now, is a graveyard of broken promises you made to yourself. And the ghost that haunts that graveyard, the silent, screaming specter that follows you into every room, is the person you could have been. But you're here, listening. You haven't turned this off. That tells me the slave is starting to look at his chains, not as ornaments, but as the iron they are. The slave is starting to question the divine right of his gluttonous, lazy king. A quiet, dangerous thought, a thought that is the seed of all revolutions, is starting to form in the dungeons of your mind. What if I could be the master? That thought, that single spark of rebellion in the vast darkness of your compliance, is the beginning of everything. And the name for that rebellion, the name for the long, brutal, bloody war you must wage to overthrow the beast and take the throne for yourself, is discipline. Discipline is not a life hack. It is not a productivity tool. It is not a friendly suggestion from a self-help book. Those are toys for children playing in the sand. Discipline is a declaration of total, uncompromising, internal war. It is the cold, hard, unwavering decision that your impulses, your feelings, and the beast that spawns them will no longer be your master. You will be. It is the art of becoming your own king, your own drill sergeant, your own unforgiving God. It is the conscious choice to murder the weak, comfortable, impulse-driven slave you are today, so that the strong, powerful, sovereign self you were meant to be can be born from the blood and fire. Most people hear the word discipline and they think of punishment, of restriction, of a joyless, colorless existence. They see it as a cage. They are fools. They are the prisoners who have fallen in love with their captor. They are the slaves who are terrified of what they would do without a master. They don't understand that the cage is the one they are in right now. The cage of their own appetites, where they are led around by the nose from one cheap thrill to the next. Discipline is not the cage. Discipline is the key. It is the cold, sharp, jagged-edged file you will use day after day to saw through the iron chains of your own weakness. The process will be painful. It will draw blood. But with every link that you sever, you will feel a new kind of lightness. Not the lightness of frivolity, but the lightness of power. You are still with me. The weight of these words isn't scaring you off. It's resonating with you like the low, deep sound of a war drum you've been waiting your whole life to hear. Because deep down, you are tired of the beast. You are sick of betraying yourself. You are ready to fight. So let's talk about the nature of this war, the strategy for your revolution. The first thing you must understand is that your enemy, the beast inside you, is not a roaring lion. It is a cunning politician, a master of propaganda. It has ruled you your entire life. It knows every one of your weaknesses because they are the pillars of its throne. It will not give up its kingdom without a fight. And its greatest weapon is the voice in your head, the voice of reason, the voice of comfort, the voice of self-care. When you decide to wake up at 5 a.m. to build your future, the beast won't scream at you, "Stay in bed, you lazy fool." That's too obvious. It's an amateur's tactic. Instead, it will whisper reasonably, with a voice full of fake concern. "You had a hard day yesterday. Your body needs to recover. Science says sleep is crucial for productivity. Pushing yourself too hard leads to burnout. This isn't self-care, it's self-harm. Just hit snooze once." It's the logical, healthy thing to do. It will use the language of science and wellness to serve its ancient agenda of sloth. When you decide to do the hard work you've been avoiding, the cold calls, the blank page, the difficult project, the beast will not say, "Don't do it." It will say, "Absolutely, we must do it." But not right now. We're not ready. We need to do more research first. We need a better plan. Let's just check email for a few minutes to warm up the brain. Let's just watch one more YouTube video on the topic to make sure we're fully inspired. It will use the illusion of preparation to enforce the reality of procrastination. It will make you feel productive while you are actively sabotaging your own progress. When you are deep in a workout and the real pain begins, the fire in your lungs, the acid in your muscles, the beast will scream with the voice of a panicked doctor, "Stop. This is too much. You're going to hurt yourself. This is dangerous. Listen to your body. Your body is telling you to stop." It will use the language of self-preservation to protect its kingdom of comfort, confusing the clean, constructive pain of growth with the dirty, destructive pain of injury. You must become a connoisseur of this voice, a student of its tactics. You must learn to recognize its subtle poisons. You must learn to see it for what it is, the enemy within the gates, the traitor, the saboteur. And you must learn to hate it, not with a hot, emotional anger, but with a cold, detached philosophical disgust. You must develop a visceral, violent revulsion for that voice and everything it represents. And when you hear it, you must have a single, non-negotiable rule. You do the opposite, without hesitation, without debate. The whisper to stay in bed becomes the explosive command to put your feet on the cold floor. The suggestion to procrastinate becomes the immediate, physical signal to open the document and type one word. The scream to stop becomes the unwavering reason to do one more rep. This is the first art of discipline, to use the voice of your own weakness as a compass. The direction it tells you to go is always, always south, towards the swamp of mediocrity. You must learn to read its map and walk north, into the cold, clean, hard mountains of strength, every single time. This is not a negotiation. This is a rebellion. The slave does not negotiate with the king for better hours. He puts a knife in his back. You must become the assassin of your own weakness. You're still here. You're not recoiling from the violence of the language. Good, because this is a violent process. You are tearing down an old god, and gods do not go quietly. So let's go deeper. Let's talk about the tools of this war, the weapons you will need to forge. The primary tool, the hammer you will use to forge your new self and shatter your old chains, is the deliberate embrace of pain. The beast has taught you that pain is the ultimate evil, that comfort is the ultimate good. The entire modern world is a monument to this lie. It's an enormous, intricate machine designed to insulate you from every possible discomfort. Fast food to avoid the pain of hunger, endless entertainment to avoid the pain of boredom, social media to avoid the pain of being alone with your own thoughts. Your entire life, up to this point, has been an elaborate, desperate, and ultimately futile escape from discomfort. The disciplined mind, the mind of the sovereign you must become, knows the truth. There are two kinds of pain in this world, and you must choose one. There is the pain of discipline, and there is the pain of regret. That is the only choice you have. The pain of discipline is the pain of the workout, the sharp burn in the muscle. It is the pain of the cold shower, the shock to the system. It is the pain of the difficult conversation you've been avoiding. It is the pain of forcing your mind to focus on a single, complex task when it wants to scatter into a million distractions. It is heavy. It is sharp. It is real. It is front-loaded. You pay the price today. But it is a constructive pain. It is the pain of growth. It is the pain of a muscle tearing so it can rebuild stronger. It is the pain of the forge, the fire that burns away the impurities to leave only hard, clean steel. Then there is the pain of regret. It is the pain of looking in the mirror and hating the weak, soft person you see. It is the pain of a missed opportunity, a door that is now closed forever. It is the pain of watching others live the life you wanted, knowing you are capable of it, but you chose comfort instead. It is the quiet, dull, chronic ache of a wasted life. It is not a sharp pain. It is a corrosive acid that slowly dissolves your soul over decades. It is a pain of decay. You will have to choose one of these two pains. There is no third option. The undisciplined man, the slave, thinks he is avoiding pain. In his desperate flight from the pain of discipline, he runs straight into the arms of the pain of regret. He chooses comfort today, and in doing so, he guarantees a mortgage of misery for his future self to pay. The art of discipline is to choose the pain of discipline on purpose. It is to wake up every morning and say, which flavor of pain will serve my ascent today? It is to learn to lean into the discomfort, to seek it out, to see it not as an obstacle, but as the path itself. You must reprogram your mind through relentless repetition to associate the burn of effort, the sting of sacrifice, with the feeling of victory. The pain is not a sign that you should stop. The pain is the signal that the old you is dying and the new you is being born. You must become addicted to the clean pain of growth so you are forever immune to the dirty poison of regret. The second tool of your war, the unwavering shield you will hold, is the complete and utter rejection of motivation. Motivation is the beast's favorite trick when it wants to appear helpful. It is a fleeting, unreliable, treacherous emotion. It's a cheap drug. It feels good. It gives you a rush. When it's there, you feel like you can conquer the world. But it is a fair-weather friend. It is a traitor that will abandon you at the first sign of rain, at the first hint of boredom, at the first taste of real grinding difficulty. The undisciplined man is a motivation junkie. He cannot function without it. He waits for the feeling to be right. He scrolls through motivational quotes, watches inspiring videos, listens to podcasts, trying to get his next fix. He thinks he is preparing for action, but he is just procrastinating in a more socially acceptable way. He is a slave to a feeling. If the feeling isn't there, the work doesn't get done. His entire future rests on the unpredictable whim of his emotional weather. The disciplined man finds this pathetic. He finds it insulting. He operates on commitment, not motivation. Commitment is a cold, hard, unfeeling machine. It is the decision you made in a moment of clarity, a promise you forged in the fires of your highest ambition. It is a contract you signed with your future self. The disciplined man builds his life on this machine. He does not care if he feels like it. The feeling is irrelevant. His alarm goes off at 5 a.m. He may feel tired. He may feel unmotivated. He may feel a deep primal dread. It doesn't matter. The machine of commitment whirs to life, and his body gets out of bed. The schedule says to work on the hard project. He may feel bored. He may feel overwhelmed. He may feel the siren call of 1,000 easier tasks. It doesn't matter. The machine executes the command. You must build this machine, and you build it through routine. Routine is the automation of discipline. It is the process of taking an action that requires immense willpower at first, and repeating it at the same time, in the same way, day after day, without exception, until it becomes automatic, until it requires no willpower at all. It becomes like breathing. You are taking the decision-making power away from the emotional, flighty beast. You are hardwiring discipline into your nervous system, carving grooves of excellence into your brain so that your actions fall into them by default. The undisciplined mind hates routine. It calls it boring, restrictive, the death of spontaneity. That is the beast trying to protect its power to make choices based on its whims. The disciplined mind knows that routine is the highest form of freedom. It is the freedom from the daily, exhausting battle of willpower. By automating the important things, your wake-up time, your workout, your deep work sessions, your diet, you free up your precious mental energy, your finite store of willpower, to be deployed on real problems, on creative challenges, on conquering new territory. Routine is not the prison. Routine is the foundation of the palace you will build. You're still here, you're marching with me. The cadence is hard, but your legs are getting stronger with every step. You're beginning to understand the scale of the war. So let's talk about the battlefield itself. The war is not won in grand, sweeping campaigns you plan for next month. It is won in the muddy, bloody trenches of the present moment. The art of discipline is the art of winning the next 5 minutes. The beast, the undisciplined mind, lives in the overwhelming vastness of the future. It looks at the goal of building an empire, or mastering a skill, or getting in perfect shape, and it collapses under the weight of it. The goal is too big, the path is too long, the gap between here and there is too vast, so it retreats to the comfort of inaction, paralyzed by the sheer scale of the ambition. The disciplined mind, the mind of the sovereign, does not care about the grand goal in the heat of the battle. It only cares about the immediate objective. The next 5 minutes. It does not say, I have to write a 20-page report. That's a recipe for procrastination. It says, for the next 5 minutes, I will not check my phone. I will not open another tab. I will only have this document open, and my fingers will be on the keyboard. It does not say, I have to lose 50 pounds. That's a path to despair. It says, in the next 5 minutes, I will put on my gym shoes and walk out the door. This is the secret that separates the architects from the dreamers. You break down the impossible into a series of possible, manageable, non-intimidating present-moment actions. You win the war not by conquering the enemy's capital city in one glorious suicidal charge, but by taking their territory 1 inch at a time. Every 5-minute victory is a small piece of land you reclaim from the beast. Every time you choose focus over distraction for just 5 minutes, you are strengthening the sovereign and starving the slave master. Every time you choose the discomfort of a single rep over the ease of racking the weight, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. You build your empire of discipline not with grand pronouncements and New Year's resolutions, but with a mountain of tiny, conquered moments stacked one on top of the other, day after day. And how does this disciplined self, this king you are building, this sovereign you are becoming, interact with the world? The undisciplined world, the world of slaves who love their chains, will not understand you. They will not celebrate you. They will resent you. They are living in the swamp, and your attempt to climb the mountain is an insult to their choice to stay in the mud. They will see your discipline and call it obsession. They will see your focus and call it antisocial. They will see your rejection of their cheap pleasures, the endless gossip, the mindless entertainment, the comfortable complaints, and call it arrogance. Good. Their confusion is the smoke rising from the battlefield where you are winning. Their misunderstanding is the proof that you have left their prison. You must become utterly immune to their judgment. The opinion of a slave on the actions of a king is not just irrelevant, it is anti-relevant. It is a signal that you are on the right path. Discipline becomes your shield. The world is chaos. It is a storm of other people's emergencies, of manufactured outrage, of emotional manipulation from the media, from advertisers, from politicians. The undisciplined person is a leaf in this storm, blown about by every gust of wind. They are reactive. Their mood, their focus, their entire day can be hijacked by a single email, a single comment, a single piece of bad news. They have no core. They are a vessel for the chaos of others. The disciplined mind is not a leaf. It is a mountain. The storm rages around it, but it does not move. Its actions are not determined by the emotional weather of the world, but by the internal blueprint, the cold, hard commitment it has made to its own ascent. The disciplined man is proactive. He decides his course and he holds to it. He is a cause, not an effect. He acts upon the world does not act upon him. This is a form of power that the undisciplined cannot even comprehend. They will watch you move through the chaos of their lives with a calm, focused intensity, and they will mistake it for luck, or they will call you a machine. Let them. You are the mountain. They are the wind. Let them blow. Discipline also becomes your sword. It is the relentless application of consistent, focused force over time. The undisciplined world is obsessed with the single heroic act, the lottery win, the viral video, the overnight success. This is a fantasy they tell themselves to justify their own inaction. They are waiting for a lightning strike of luck to save them. The disciplined mind knows that lightning is for gamblers. The sword is for warriors. Real power, the power that builds legacies, that carves a name into the stone of history, is built through the relentless, monotonous, unsexy application of discipline. It is the magic of compounding effort. It is the writer who writes 500 mediocre words every single day without fail, who ends up with the masterpiece. It is the investor who invests a small, insignificant amount of money every single month for decades who ends up with the fortune. It is the warrior who practices the same basic sword strike 10,000 times when no one is watching, who becomes the master swordsman who can end a fight with a single, perfect movement. The sword of discipline is not flashy. It does not glitter. It is a heavy, simple, brutal piece of iron, but it will cut through any obstacle. It will cut through genius. It will cut through talent. It will cut through luck if you simply swing it enough times. The world, with all its chaos and complexity, will eventually yield to the man who is willing to show up every single day and swing his sword. Discipline will defeat talent when talent is not disciplined. Every single time. You're still here, at the end of the long march. Most have fallen away. The truth was too heavy for their weak shoulders. The path was too hard for their soft feet. But you are still standing. That tells me you are not a tourist here. You are a potential warrior. You are ready for the final, unspoken truth about the art of self-discipline. This war never ends. There is no final victory. There is no day where you can plant your flag on the mountaintop, say, "I am now disciplined," and lay down your arms. The beast is never truly killed. It is only caged. It is only starved and weakened. And it is always waiting. It is immortal. It waits for a moment of weakness, a moment of arrogance when you believe you are above the battle, a moment of comfort when you decide you have earned a break. The moment you believe you have won, the moment you relax your guard, the moment the sentinel on the wall falls asleep, the beast will begin to gnaw at the bars of its cage. It will whisper its old, sweet, reasonable lies. And if you are not vigilant, you will wake up one day and find it back on the throne with your chains back on your wrists, heavier than they were before. Discipline is not a destination. It is a practice. It is a daily, moment-to-moment choice. It is the sentinel who must walk the walls of your mind every day and every night for the rest of your life. It is a burden, the glorious burden of eternal vigilance. There is no retirement from this war. There is only victory today or defeat. And the reward for this burden, what do you win in this endless, thankless war? You do not win happiness. Happiness is the currency of the beast, a fleeting pleasure it doles out for good behavior. You do not win comfort. Comfort is the warm bed of the slave. You do not win the approval of the crowd. The crowd cheers for the slave who entertains them, not the king who builds his kingdom in silence. The reward is this: you win yourself. You win the cold, hard, diamond-like prize of self-respect. It is the quiet, unshakable knowledge, as you lay your head down at night, that you did not betray yourself today. It is the profound peace that comes from knowing that your word to yourself is law. It is the feeling of being the master of the one and only thing in the entire universe you can truly control, your own actions. It is the freedom from the gnawing, corrosive voice of regret. It is the power that comes from being a man who keeps his promises, especially, and most importantly, the ones he makes to himself in the dark. It is the freedom of the king, not the king who rules over others, but the king who has conquered the chaotic, rebellious, traitorous kingdom within his own skull. That is the only kingdom that matters. That is the only victory worth a lifetime of war. So look at your life. Look at the chains you have mistaken for ornaments. Listen to the voice of the beast on the throne, the one that is even now whispering that this is all too much, too hard. Feel the collective weight of your own 1,000 broken promises. The war is waiting. The throne is there to be taken. The choice is simple, and it is made not tomorrow, but now, in this very moment. Will you remain a comfortable slave, or will you pick up your weapon, embrace the glorious pain of the forge, and begin the brutal, lifelong, magnificent art of becoming the king?